Hey guys, what's going on? Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel with another video for you guys today. Before we begin, if you guys could drop a like, that would help the channel out a lot. Also, if you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell, by all means, go ahead and do that to get more content from me now and in the future. So, Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants. So, I can't. We're going up against an 0-4 team. This should not have to be a must-win game, but it is. Dallas is staring down the barrel of a 1-4 start to their season, and honestly, we could possibly see this season completely fall off the rails if we lose to New York. Now, there are a couple things going for the Cowboys in this game, but I'm not taking anything for granted. Again, like Dallas Cowboy fan 1980 always says, let the pads do the talking. So I can say all this stuff about what statistics will show and what numbers they're putting up, but dude, I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't show up and do anything on Sunday. So a couple things to go over throughout the week before we get to how I feel about this game. First off, Tyron Smith, he's out for the season with a neck injury. He had a setback with his neck, and I feel really bad because it's like, I love Tyron and what he's done for this team. He's been with us since 2010 when he was 20 years old. Now, again, people are like, well, he's only 30. He's got plenty of years left, like 5 or whatever. Dude, listen. He has 10 years of NFL mileage on his body. That is a lot, especially for an offensive lineman. So, the fact of the matter is he's done a very damn good job, but he's got to, I'm sorry, man, we're going to have to move on from him. And I think he probably might, there is a high chance he could retire at the end of the season. It's just, I feel bad because another great Cowboys player that we haven't gotten a championship with. And so with Tyron leaving, depending on how, our guys look, we might have to take an offensive tackle early, depending on where we're at. And honestly, that, I'm all for best player available. And if it happens to be a tackle, by all means, we got to do it. Joe Looney's out as well, so we're going to see Tyler get some snaps. And then, you got a couple other guys, I believe, let me take a look. Dorrance Armstrong and Tyron Crawford are questionable for this game. You got a bunch of guys coming back from injured reserve and stuff like that, and we'll see what happens. But it sucks. And with this offensive line, I think this is why I try to say it's a transition, such as a, more so a reevaluation or evaluation year, if you want to put it that way, because I don't like Terrence Steele at right tackle, but we're evaluating what we have there. Now, if it were me, I think the ideal offensive line would be you put Brandon Knight at left tackle. At left guard, there's Connor Williams. At center, you have Tyler Biadasz. And then at right guard, you put Connor McGovern. You need to see what you have in him, man. Because if we're seeing Terrence Steele out there at right tackle, I do get it's a part of the evaluation. And there was moments where he's been solid, but he's been terrible for the most part. And it sucks to say that. And I think it's just, you're throwing a guy out there who's an undrafted rookie. And he's had his moments, like I said, but you got to do better than that, man. This could possibly be the offensive line you roll with for next year, possibly. Depending on how well these guys play. Because this could be a blessing in disguise for us in the sense of we get to see who we have on our offensive line. We get to test the depth. So I'm hoping we see Connor McGovern out there because we really need to see what we have in him. If he's bad, if he's good. Because if he is good, that's fantastic because then the Cowboys don't have to spend premium draft capital on a guard. Not saying that I would be against that, but we got to see what happens. So another thing I wanted to talk about as well. The whole thing with Xavier Woods saying what he said about the whole effort shit, like, oh, I can't give 100% on all 70 plays. Dude, get the hell out of here with that. That's some coward talk right there. You know what Jimmy Johnson said? Fatigue makes cowards of us all. And that rings very true with what he said. Like, listen, if you go and look at that Odell Beckham end-around play, look at what Xavier Woods does on that play. That'll tell you a lot. So, on our defense, you're seeing guys like Jalen Smith saying stuff's too complicated. You're seeing Jordan Love saying, oh, we got some, new looks and stuff like that, which was promising. And that was before the season began. And now you're having X-Wood saying, I can't give effort on all these plays. See, this is why it's starting to kind of emerge as we get further into the season that I feel like it's more so the talent on the defense rather than the coaching staff. Not saying that Mike Nolan has done an amazing job. There are moments where he doesn't call certain blitzes in certain ways, or it's just not look good. But I hate to say it, it's I understand we had this same conversation with Jason Garrett before he left, but that was more so coaching than players. This is emerging as more so players than coaching. And listen, I love what X-Woods, what we got in him, but we can definitely do better than him. So he's got to go after this season. I don't mean like we got to cut, like I hate to say that, like especially with someone who's a solid guy for us, but when you have guys talking that kind of talk, you got to go. You have to go. Like with Jalen, as much as I love Jalen in his story, he's a liability at this point. And people say, well, why don't they just do the scheme like this, make it simple? Because that's not what you're supposed to do. If you are running a new defensive system and the players, and it's not like, when we're looking at it, oh, Jalen's good, it's just there's a couple miscues and it's probably the scheme. No, he's just been terrible. And I don't see where he can fit in the scheme. And I know, like, oh, well, I thought McCarthy said it was players more so than scheme. I understand that, but Jalen has not looked good as a player. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's looked solid, but not worth $20 million. I get it, we're through the first 4 quarters, and for all I know, the Cowboys could turn this thing around, and they could be 4-4 at the halfway point. I don't know. But if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, you really need to start getting wins, and I think that this is a perfect game for the defense to kind of recapture energy or show out. So, Giants are coming in at 0-4, and the way they got to 0-4 has been abysmal. They've scored about, if I take a look at my notes here and at the statistics, 11.8 points a game. You heard me right. They were averaging about 12 points a game. 12 points a game. And I would not be shocked if they hung 28 to 30 points on our defense. But you look at what's been going on. The Giants have also been averaging about 300 yards of total offense, which isn't totally bad, but you're not. And it's like, look, they are giving up about 24 points a game. If you can't put up at least 30 on these guys, how you get to that, that's a problem. If you somehow, and I get it, it's the Giants, it's a division rivalry game, it's going to be close. I'm not saying we're going to blow the hell out of them. I'm not guaranteeing anything. However, what I am saying is that with what the team you have right now and the team they have, you should be able to kick their damn asses. You really should. But knowing that, the Dallas Cowboys will probably, they'll just make this game closer than they need to be. And I understand people are frustrated with what we've been doing on defense, but I'm sorry, this is a player's issue. I understand people are like, let's fire Mike Nolan and bring in a guy like Wade Phillips or whoever the hell else, but it's one season, guys. We're in a transition year, and I understand people hate it when I say that, or people say it elsewhere, but we have to understand where we're at right now. We have players from the previous coaching staff that are showing their true colors in terms of their effort and motivation. And there are people from the previous coaching staff that have been showing out, and doing well. I don't know what this season's going to hold, and I don't want to go on forever. But if I'm the Cowboys, I'm looking at what you got right here. Look, CeeDee Lamb, amazing game. He had 2 touchdowns. He's showing that he's good as advertised. Trevon Diggs, he's been banged up, but he's been playing decent for what we got in him in a second-round rookie, and I think he will definitely be improving as he continues playing. And you're going to start seeing, and you're starting to see a lot of these rookies starting to contribute. Because some of these guys are healthy scratches, and I understand that. Like Ben DiNucci, Reggie Robinson, I guess I understand. I get it. Tyler Biotish, stuff like that. Bradley Nye's got snaps too, but I really do hope that the Dallas Cowboys can get a win on Sunday and just right the ship. Winning can change that. Listen, I was on Joe Rod's the Frisco Report, and as well as Cowboys Corner. They have a great show over there, and I was very happy to be on there, and I thank you guys so much if you guys are watching this. Listen, I said that a win can change anything. You know, a win can change the entire complexion of a season. When we were 3-5 when we went into Philadelphia, and we won pretty decisively, even though the score says otherwise, we ended up going and winning 5 games in a row. And no one would have expected that. However, a loss can throw us into a loop. And this is the last thing you want to do, because the Cowboys are at a crossroad right now, and I hate to be saying this now and talking about the draft or talking about free agency, but it's something I got to point out before I let you guys go. With what's going on, the last thing you want to do is give Dak a reason to leave. I don't think he will leave. I don't think the Cowboys will want him to leave. But the last thing you want to happen is your QB1, who's been playing very damn well, to walk. I don't think he's that kind of person. And, you know, there's changes coming in Dallas, and it's definitely going to happen next year. I think that McCarthy has to do his, I remember Joe Rod mentioned this during the show I was on. Scorched earth. I think you got to do it next offseason. Start pulling out the weeds, and maybe Dallas can get in the right direction. We need some time with this, guys. So, hate to keep you guys for so long, but I do appreciate you guys sticking around. If you guys could, once again, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of that kind of stuff. I would greatly appreciate that, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Got the Lone Star Show on Saturday, probably. I'll let you guys know what time that's going to be, and yeah. So, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.